am so excited. I am making a quick breakfast that can also be used as a snack. Thank you to Angie over at Me and You Acres for hosting this fantastic collaboration that I'm going to be participating in. This week, everyone is going to be making breakfast for under $5 for the entire family. Next week, we'll be making a noon meal and the following an evening meal. So stay tuned. Every Tuesday, I'm going to bring you a new recipe. So today, we're going to make a quick and simple breakfast bar. Let's get to it. So the recipe we have going on here is going to serve several people for several breakfasts. So I will try to do the math for you later, but we need to get busy getting this started. It is so fast. It is so easy. You don't even have to turn on the stovetop or oven. We are going to do this in the microwave, friends. A generous ½ cup of honey. I think we have about 3/4 actually. What I have here is a blueberry honey. It's a creamed honey that I got from a friend who is a beekeeper, and it's needing to be used. And so I thought, oh, what a great way to use this would be to put it in a breakfast bar. You know, I'm guilty of buying those pre-packaged breakfast bars so that I can take them on the run. And so I need to be doing this at home. You know, this saves us so much money when we just take a few minutes and make some of these convenience items ourselves. 3/4 of a cup. I'll probably guess this one out too. I do have this nifty measuring cup, but I'm at the end of the jar. I'm going to use extra crunchy peanut butter. It's probably 1/4 to 1/2 cup. So I'll need a tad more. I'll open up this jar, and it happens to be crunchy also. And I'm just one of those cooks where, you know, I just kind of guesstimate on things. And all we have to do is take this and put this in the microwave, 10-second stir, 10-second stir until it's well combined. That was actually closer to 15 seconds, but that's okay. Just want to give this, warm this up a little bit. Probably another 15 seconds and we'll probably be about done. While that is warming up, I'm going to go ahead and put my bars into a plastic container because we're just going to put it straight in the fridge. And I'm going to go ahead and spray it. I don't know that it's necessary or not, but I don't want it sticking, so we're just going to go ahead and spray it anyway, just to ease to get that out. See how we're doing here. I think that looks pretty good. Okay, and then to this, we're going to add, they call for 2 2/3 cups of old-fashioned rolled oats. Well, if you watched my Amish food haul, I got this granola, and I got more than I thought I had. And it's got fruit in it, and it's got oats in it. Let's see where 2 to 3 cups is. Okay, I also want to add some of my home dehydrated blueberries. Because we're using that blueberry honey, I thought we'd give it a little extra blueberry flavor. I know there's already raisins in there, but I wanted to kind of just give it a little extra blueberry. We're going to add a little bit of salt to this. To you, what kind of salt you are going to use. I'm just using regular table salt. A lot of times I like to use a pink Himalayan sea salt, but it doesn't matter. Whatever salt you prefer to use. This is looking really good, but actually I think it's about perfect. This is strange to me to not have to cook this. I'm going to go ahead and see if we can't just put that whole bag in here. You know, push the limits a little. I don't want these to be too wet. I'm hoping to not. It suggests to keep them in the refrigerator. I had to taste the oatmeal. That's pretty good. It suggests to keep this in the refrigerator, but I'm hoping I won't have to do that. I'd like to have something that's a little more shelf stable. Now, you can add in whatever you want. You could add more nuts. You could add coconut. Use creamy peanut butter. You could use molasses. I think this is going to be about right. Now it's nice and stiff. Okay, all we're going to do is pour it right here into our container. I'm going to spread this out. And then I'm going to start pressing it down into the pan. Now I'm going to show you a little trick. Take the spray on your hand, and then you can really get in here and push that down, and it won't stick to you because you put the spray on there. Now all we need to do, put the lid on, put this in the refrigerator, and let it firm up before we try cutting it. All right, friends, it's been, I don't know, maybe 4 hours, 3-4 hours, and we're going to go ahead and cut these breakfast bars. All right, let's check them out. They look firm enough. I'm going to take a cutting board, put it on top, and flip it over. Whoop! It all came out. Yay! Whew! I was a little nervous. I wasn't sure what to expect here. I think I'm going to go ahead and turn this into 9 bars. That's going to be an easy way to cut it. And serving would probably be approximate because we added all those blueberries and we added the honey and the peanut butter. So these are going to be a nice size bar. I do think we could have probably done 12. They're not quite holding together as well as I'd hoped for. You can cut yours into however many pieces you want. This, I'm going to consider this 2 meals, but if I would have cut it into 12 bars, we could have considered it 3 meals. But let's be honest, on a hungry day, I'll eat 2 of those other bars. So we're just going to leave it like this. And then to package these, you can use parchment, you can use wax paper. I've got some freezer paper here. I'm going to cut some freezer paper. And I thought I'd show you the little trick. I may have cut too small of a piece, but what I want to do is put it on the angle, and that gives me way more surface space. And then all I have to do is tuck in the tabs. And that made for a much easier package to not only wrap, but to unwrap too. So this works much better. Okay, so now I'll just write blueberry breakfast bar. And then I think I'll go ahead and put them back in the fridge. I think they'll firm up maybe more. It's a hot and humid day. We are expecting some storms, and then I'll put them all in here, put them in the fridge, and have them for future breakfast or snack. 2 meals. Took this one and I split it in half, and I gave half of it to my daughter, and she said it was delicious. And the other half I'm going to take with me as my snack for the field. Since we're here and there's some crumbs on the counter, I think we should give it a taste test. Really good. It's you can definitely taste the blueberry with the honey. And I feel like it's almost like, you know, those no-bake cookies with the peanut butter. But I almost think that to get it to stick better, maybe I put too much of the breakfast cereal in there. So just play around with the recipe and see how you like it. Maybe you'd rather use corn syrup or molasses or maple syrup, sorghum. Just get creative. Whatever you've got on hand, guys, make it work. But I promise you one thing, even if it's not perfect, it'll get eaten.
Okay, the moment we've all been waiting for. What did this cost? So let's do a little back history. I had to go and try to search what the ingredients would cost you if you went to the store and bought it today. Because, of course, I got some pretty major deals on some of the ingredients involved. Like the blueberries, I got them for free. They were gifted to me, so I dehydrated them myself. But if you were to go and buy these ingredients, I would only need half of what is on the grocery list. So that already takes it down to $8.62. And depending on if you decided to make the breakfast bars in 8 or 12 servings, it would either be $2.87 or $4.31, still keeping us under that $5 per meal budget. Oh, and by the way, each meal is to serve about 4 people. I really hope that you enjoyed today's breakfast budget meal, and I look forward to seeing you again next week when we make lunch together.